FitnessBoyd here, another installment. I'm here with my younger brother, FitnessBoyd 2, big man in the basement. Today we're going to be talking about workout splits. For those who might be new to exercise, a split is basically the breakdown of what muscle groups you exercise on any given night throughout a series of, let's say, 7 days.
Or morning.
Or morning.
Or lunchtime.
Whenever you choose to work out. So, FitnessBoyd 2, what kind of splits have you been doing here?
I've been working out 5 times a week, and I'll hit pretty much one muscle group per workout, with a little variance. I mean, I start typically with, what do I do first? I do chest first, which consists of bench press, which is a good compound exercise, and then I'll isolate the pecs a little more. I'll do flies. I can't remember what I see. I have all this stuff written down, but
so your split, you do chest first day.
Yeah.
International bench press day. That's Monday.
Right. But I've been going. I got my days a little mixed up, so actually I normally do bench on Tuesday, and that kind of helps out because you don't have everybody at the gym trying to do bench at the same time. But then I try to alternate push-pull with a leg break in the middle. So the next day I do bis and tris. I hit both my arms, but then you're doing the push with the tris right after the bench day, which isn't great, but I mean, if I'm lifting 5 days a week, I'm going to be hitting muscle groups at least somewhat back to back. There's not really any way to avoid that.
So you do chest one day,
right?
Arms the next day,
yeah.
Then legs.
Then I'll do legs in the middle, yeah. And then since my last one, well, then I'll do shoulders.
That's day 4.
Yeah. Which I do military press, and then some raises, up front and side raises, Arnold press, and something else, I don't know, I can't remember. Oh, I do upright rows to hit the traps.
So day 4 shoulders, and you do a 5-day split basically.
Right.
One big muscle group per day.
Yep.
That's like big man bodybuilding splits.
Pretty much.
Do you go to failure every day that you do a split?
No. Well, I guess, yeah. Right now I'm doing 4 sets of 10, but on my last set I'll always go to failure, which sometimes is before I get to 10, and if that's the case, if I only get like 5 in, I'll probably decrease the weight the next time. If I get like 8 or 9, then I'll just leave the weight the same and do the same weight the next week. If I get more than 10, I'll do more weight the next week.
So your goal is to hit 10?
Right.
Generally?
Yeah. And if I hit 10 or more, then I always increase my weight.
Okay.
But so yeah, I guess on my last set I go to failure. I'm good. That's more of a mass building workout. I'm gonna go into more strength. I'll probably do like maybe 4 by 5. I don't know. I'm gonna shoot for the 5 rep range. I'm not sure how many sets yet I'm gonna do. Probably in another couple weeks I'll start doing that, because I've been doing the 4 by 10 for about 4 weeks now, so I'll probably do 6 weeks of that.
A lot of people, there's a lot of literature out online about 3 by 5 versus 5 by 5. It's on all the bodybuilding forums, so you can find information there. A lot of people seem to like the 3 by 5. Here at Boyd's gym, we're a little crazy. We do 4 by 5s or maybe even 5 by 5.
You just split the difference, you know. People, some say 3, some say 5. They all do 4.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm doing right now.
The typically higher reps, like the 8 to 12 range, is going to build more mass, more aesthetic muscles that look good at the beach, right? And then you do the lower rep ranges, like 3 to 4, 2 to 4. That's pure strength. You know, you're probably not going to get huge muscles doing that, but you're going to be strong.
I've never seen a small guy bench pressing 350 pounds.
Right. So it's important for multiple reasons, just to get to build your muscles different ways, and to increase HGH. It's important to vary that. You don't want to do the same thing for too long. You want to change up your rep ranges.
So right now you're doing reps of 10, 5-day splits. What I'm doing right now is more of a power type day. I'm doing like 4x5 for about 4 exercises per day. My first day is usually pushing movements, chest, triceps, compound heavy movements. Second day is back, well, it's pulling movements, back, biceps, 4x10 or 4x5. Again, compound movements, pull-ups, rows, deadlift. Day 3, I'll either rest if I'm really exhausted, or if I feel up to it, I'll do legs. Like tonight I did legs. And then I'll repeat that. I'll do 2 minutes rest on a hypertrophy day, which would be like 8 to 10, 12 rep range. I'll do a 3-minute rest on more power training days, which would be like 3 to 5 rep range. Always try and keep it on heavy days 3 to 5 reps. On lighter volume hypertrophy days, I'll do 8 to 10 reps. So I do push day, pull day, maybe leg, push day, pull day, maybe leg. Just depends on how lazy I'm feeling, but that works out to 4 days doing just upper body on a lazy week, or I'll do 5 to 6 days doing both upper body and legs. Some of you might wonder about overtraining. Do you worry about overtraining? You shouldn't.
No, I mean,
you do 5-day splits, so
yeah,
you get a full week's rest.
And like I said, I'm going to be hitting, certain muscles, 2 days in a row, but that's not the main muscle that I'm targeting. I work out a lot less than, professional bodybuilders do. So I figure if they're not overtraining, then I'm not. And then pretty much, well, I guess I kind of make up my own workouts, but all the research I get online, it's not like I'm making this stuff up, so.
And what you want to keep in mind with overtraining is it's not a matter of your muscle not recovering, it's a matter of your central nervous system not recovering. Overtraining is regularly overloading your central nervous system to the point that it can't stimulate muscles efficiently anymore. If your CNS, central nervous system, doesn't get to rebuild quickly enough in between workouts, you can have fatigue, lightheadedness, nausea, kind of flu-like symptoms. It's overtraining. Your nervous system can't stimulate the muscle effectively. What you can do to avoid that is don't go to failure. Leave 1 rep in the tank for the next workout. When you go to failure, it's not really, well, sometimes going to failure could be lack of glycogen in the muscles to really power the movement, but oftentimes going to failure means your central nervous system can't stimulate the muscle any further. If you don't go to complete failure, if you leave a little bit of gas in the tank for the next set or the next workout, you're going to be a lot less likely to overtrain. So even though I'm doing splits that involve upper body, well, pushing movements twice a week, pulling movements twice a week, I try not to ever go to failure. I try to do something that's comfortable in my rep ranges so that I come back in probably 3 days, and I can still do that lifting movement because my body's had a chance to recover because I didn't wear my central nervous system out more than I needed to anyway. Last thing, and then we should go because the video is starting to run long. Growth happens when you're tired, or I'm sorry, not when you're tired, when you're sleeping. That's when growth hormone's released. So it's very important to get plenty of rest. Your muscles grow when you're not exercising. They're stimulated when you are exercising. They're stimulated, they respond to the stimulus by growing, but they don't grow when you're in the gym. So be sure to get plenty of rest and recover. Gosh, I feel like a father sending his kid out for the first day of school or something. Like, get plenty of rest, drink plenty of water, but that stuff's important. So, okay, well, I think you guys have had enough for one sitting. So, like, subscribe, comment, and share. Have a nice evening, morning, or afternoon.